Hello, let's talk. Certain streets give you certain energy, and I always think about that North Korea. I have nothing against North Korea or anything. I don't even know you to have something against you. I just know you're on your shit. And I'd say a lot of advertisement with the Korea Airlines and stuff, all depending on what side of LA you're on. And I was just thinking about how they put up this big old front about getting foreigners out of America when foreigners are the ones who actually molded America. Don't get me wrong, every immigrant that ever came to American soil, this continent, whether it was Canada, North America, Central America, South America, they all came here, and their ancestors are not talking about the original people, okay? But this is what I wanted to say before I forget. It's funny how people say we have to get rid of all the foreigners. But see, y'all don't understand how corporations work. Corporate. Okay. That being said, corporations. Okay. Let's talk about corporations. Now I can stop a second. There are more foreigners in America than Americans. Let me repeat myself. There are more foreigners in America, the United States of America, than there are Americans. So when people say we got to get the foreigners out, do you know how America would look? I'm talking about in major cities. There will be nobody. It will be a ghost town. Because for one, the system that we live in is trying to control our environment, our population. It's like population control 101. The people native to the land are under population control so that the foreigners can come in and populate. So you have to be very mindful of that too. That's why when I say the food that they serve us is not the food that they eat, I tell Thai people, I say, why do you put so much sweetener in the curry? I don't want that sweet stuff. It's like, that coconut sugar in the can. It looked like coconut cream, but it got a whole bunch of sugar in it too. So you're not getting the full coconut flavor in your curry. You're getting some sugary coconut stuff with some curry, and the sugar goes straight to your brain and it hurts. So you have to tell Thai people, man, give me lemongrass, give me coconut and lemongrass. Don't give me that sweet stuff. You know what I mean? You have to watch that type of environment, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I love all Asians. For some reason, they just have become the example at the moment. So back to corporations. This is a corporate, out of all countries, this is a corporate country where all corporations come here to reside on the Western world. So there's no such thing as removing people when people have blood, shed, and tears embedded in corporation. They're part of the corporation. That's just like us. We're corporate property. Our birth certificates prove it. We're corporate property. So by us being corporate property, these people don't mind sacrificing their lives, the flesh and blood, to be corporate property. These people know what they're getting into. They're in the technological world. They're in the production world. When you come down to mass producing, this is just a major headquarters. And within the major headquarters, no matter what country you're from, you're going to set up and you're going to establish. That's why I keep telling people clearly, we have black business people, but you'll never see the establishment. You'll never see their corporate banks anywhere. Even when it comes down to Africa, like Africa over in the United States, I don't hear nothing about Africa corporate banks. Africa is using other people corporations, whereas Asian people got their own stuff going on. It's like when you write your own language and you got your own dialect and you got your own hieroglyphics, boy, you're a whole nother game changer in your reality. That's why the world got to be where you sacrifice yourself within the system, but you create a way where you make a civilization that runs under nothing but your system, not the system that you live by. That's the difference in life, and nobody don't want to take those sacrifices. Because I always said, if I found me a breadwinner and all they need is that guidance, that extra oomph, where you sacrifice your time staying in the system while they work outside the system, I'm all there for it, especially for my children. But people don't get it. So when it comes down to corporation and corporate lifestyle, man, this is for real. This is for real. You can't push out a headquarters. This is a headquarters. Everything is a headquarters. So once you realize that the United States is a headquarters for all the corporations that are tied into big business with feeding, clothing, housing, mass producing for the American people. Not only that, everybody else wants the American dream too, so they're advancing their technology for their areas and then giving us the bullcrap. You know what I mean? It's like saying they went to the moon. The spaceship went to the moon, okay? When the lady clearly said out her own mouth that they went up in the atmosphere, but the atmosphere only goes so far, you know? Unless you are a light traveler, you have a light frequency where you can dematerialize and turn into energy, you might could get up out of here. But that's all I wanted to say. Corporations, it's very wise to understand that you're not pushing no corporate headquarters up out of here. It's not happening. And American people need to really figure this out. You need to figure out where you want your headquarters, where you want to be, how you want your corporation to be. Are you going to be fair? Are you going to get dirty with these people? You know what I mean? That's why they call it yin and yang, because you got to do a little bit of both in this world. You could stay out of trouble as much as you want, but you could do so much good to the point that they punish you too. So you have to figure out how you're gonna advance and have your law keepers in your system. It's very deep. So just be mindful. Just imagine your blood, sweat, and tears. These people got folks in certain countries that's only getting paid nickels and dimes, but they're corporate here. Their corporation is here. These people are making like 1,000,000% off of their people. So it's just something to be very mindful of. Very, very mindful of. Don't think because people preach it, it's just going to happen like that. The foreign population is more widespread, more dense than American people alone. When it comes down to the American population, we might be 1/3 of the population of the United States. So why would you even think about trying to push a corporation out of here? If anything, you think about how to better yourself and prevent it from spreading. And you get your population under control, but how can you get your population under control?
GPS signal lost.
How can you get your population under control when you're so busy following everybody else but your own divine structure, what you have ties to? But you're so busy looking outside of America that you don't realize that you was born here, but you take it for granted. Not you, we take it for granted. We was born here, but we take it for granted. Whereas other people are trying to become this. Do you know how quick technology turned these buildings into what they are now? When machines became machines, what actually turned the architect into what it is now real fast. In less than a 50-year span, these people have, I mean, man, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it yet. It's so much to explain. It's just annoying. It's just annoying, and it's totally up to you to just humble down and say, you know what? If I want a foundation, if I want an enterprise, if I want an empire, you have to start from scratch. But like I say, no preaching, no nothing matters if you have no way to endorsing your own people. You have no production of your own people. I don't care if black people decided to have cotton fields and make white t-shirts to supply to billions of people, just Africa. You get what I'm saying? Alone. It's deep. It's very deep. Let me get this. It's very deep. Like, extra deep. So, yeah, I'm going to get off this phone because I'm just on my conscious therapeutic drive right now. And I just think everybody should be mindful that if corporate, and you could call it corporate collateral, these people got collateral, like they were granted just by them making slaves in their own countries to do the work. They got corporate collateral out here. We have no corporate collateral, which we don't need corporate collateral. We need to be taxing every single building that's standing in the United States of America. Not only do we need to be taxing every building standing in the United States of America, we also need to be taxing every part of America until they come up to date with how this has even happened. Right now, people need to be writing out a big old list of how they're going to get their tax write-off from every single building standing in America. That's why I look at things different and deeply. And I let people fuss and argue and all this stuff and all this money circulating, but we're supposed to be rich. We all are supposed to be born rich. We're supposed to have a bank account, which we do have corporate bank accounts that we have no ties to other than our name, our commerce. But that money is ours. It's ours, and I beg you differ if you don't feel like you need to be writing out an agreement to get your money. I keep saying you, I mean to say we, because me is an I need to be saying every building that stands on the United States of America soil, they need to be paying me right now. That's how I feel right now. So all the people that travel or they're not at their original land anymore where they come from, it is what it is. It's time for taxes. It is definitely time for taxes. It's like they call it tax season. They done threw y'all off when we supposed to be getting a write-off for every single thing built, even down to the pavement and the roads. Even down to the water and the air. We're supposed to be getting paid. We're supposed to be rich people. But instead, somehow, we got caught in the cycle of corporate collateral, and we have forgot that all of this, every single bit of it, is ours. So I hope I open up a couple of y'all minds, okay? Unearth the Magic, it will definitely set you free.